Hey guys, it's been a year and the Flip 4 looks just like the Flip 3. So did anything even change? Yeah, three main things, and that's the battery life, the processor, and the camera. Now, if you already own the Flip or even the Fold 4, people will recognize that on the streets. And even though this phone looks like a total normal phone if you have it opened up like this, but if you close it, it becomes so tiny that you can fit it in your shirt pocket, in your jeans, or in the tiniest purse, and no one will recognize it. One of the things that I love the most about this phone is the glass element on the front of this phone, with its two camera lenses. Everything on this phone feels super high quality thanks to the matte Gorilla Glass Victus Plus and the polished armor aluminum. Now overall, this phone is available in 4 different colors. Now you can get it in purple, in gold, in blue, or in black. And if you're not really in a rush, you can even head over to the Samsung Galaxy store and you have your own combination of colors over there. And if you compare it to the Galaxy Flip 3, this phone right now is a little bit smaller in size and got trimmed down by like 0.5 millimeter to 1 millimeter on all of its sides. Now something that still works very good on this phone is the closing mechanism. It has just the right amount of resistance to not fold together if you just touch it, and it stays just like this, so you can watch some videos or take some quick selfies like that. But you still have the same problems that it's not possible to open this thing up with just one hand. The Flip 4 now is 5 grams heavier than the previous model, but that's because we get quite a battery upgrade. So let's talk a little bit about the battery life right quick. This phone right here has the best processor that you can get right now, and that causes your battery life to have a little bit of a boost. Now, the processor right here is 30% more energy efficient than the one that we have on the previous model. Plus you have a 15% bigger battery inside this phone with 3700 mAh. Now with all of this, you can expect to get like 3 to 4 hours on display time, but it always depends on your usage. Now you can get 5 hours on this phone with the right settings and the dark mode enabled, but realistically speaking, 3 to 4 hours, that's what you get. Also, this phone charges now 60% faster than its previous model, and it goes from 0 to 50% in just about half an hour. Plus, you have reverse wireless charging, so you can just place your Galaxy Watch 5 on top of it or your Galaxy Buds and charge them. Now, you have one little problem, and that is that the battery life of this phone will get killed if you do that, and it takes ages until you have your Galaxy Watch 5 or the Galaxy Buds 2 charged. As for the outer display, you get to see the time, date, and battery life, and really like the little graphics and animations that you can add to the screen. You will find those in the settings, cover screen, and then just click on clock style. And over here you get a whole bunch of graphics and animations to choose from, and all of them are even customizable. Now, by swiping left and right on the screen, you will rotate through your different widgets like your music player, alarm, voice recorder, timer, and your calendar. But if you long press on the screen, you can add more like the weather widget, tasks, steps, and a few more. By the way, you also have a quick panel, and you can even respond to messages with one of the quick response answers or with a voicemail. Now for that, you first have to unlock the screen, which you can do with the fingerprint sensor on the side, which is pretty easy to do, or you can even use your face recognition technology and unlock it like that. Alright, the foldable 6.7-inch OLED display is of course on the inside of this phone, which makes it pretty resistant to scratches since you have it closed most of the time. Plus, the screen is now 20% more durable than if you compare it to the Flip 3. You get full HD plus resolution and OLED display, vivid colors, very good contrast, 1200 nits brightness, and a very long 22:9 display. Now, if I put my iPhone 13 next to it, which is not small at all, this one is still quite a bit bigger. Now, that's something I still haven't got used to. Maybe it comes with the time, but now I'm using this for like the last week or so, and I still can't get used to it. Something else that I don't get used to it is the bend that you have in the middle of your phone. I mean, you can physically feel it every time you go over it with your finger, and if you put it in the right sunlight, you will always see this bend. One of the biggest upgrades to this phone is the new processor. Now right here we have the new Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Now this one is hands down the best one that you can get right now, and compared to the S22 from Samsung, the CPU is up by 24% and the GPU is up by 45%. Now this phone does get a little bit warm if you're watching videos for a long time or if you play games. Now talking about that, since you have a super long display, it's a great experience to play games on this phone, even though you have the bend in the middle of the phone. Alright, some other cool things that you can do on this phone is like on the iPhone you can copy text from pictures, which is just great and saves me a lot of time. Also the side keys are customizable, so by double tapping it, it either launches the camera or I can connect any app to it for a quick access. And by long pressing, it either wakes up Bixby or it will shut down the phone. Next up, the gesture controls. You can wake your outer and inner display up by double tapping on it. You have the lift to wake feature, and you can swipe up and down on your fingerprint sensor to pull down your notification panel, which is great since the display is too long anyway to do it with one hand. Okay, let's finally talk about the camera right here. Now this one has a 12 megapixel camera, f1.8, vivid and poppy colors. And something that I just noticed about this phone is that the shutter speed of the camera isn't the fastest, since if something is moving and you take a picture, it can get a little bit blurry. But just let me show you some pictures right quick.
Posting pictures on the gram so other people know that we're more than friends. Ever since you came around, I've never been sober, always in my head. Met you at a time when I was so low, went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be, so if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me down.
Now, what do I think about this phone? Now, if you already own the Flip 3, it's definitely not worth the upgrade, especially for a price of 1,100 euros. But for everyone else, this phone right here has the fastest processor of all of the phones right now, and that makes it the fastest Samsung smartphone right now. Now, there are other smartphones out there that are a little bit faster, so I have to correct myself right here, but they don't run the One UI, which is, in my opinion, a good compensation. Now guys, if you are interested in what the comparison to the Flip 4 to the Flip 3, I already covered the Flip 3 in a full review last year, so just click this video right here to get to it. And guys, that's already it for today. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one. Peace.